think we are going to see a pretty big difference this time because this round is moving very fast. Here we go. Oh!
I don't think it got to the T-Rex at all. What's up, everybody? Celtic Character back with a video to get those 10s and 20 views. Today we are going to be reacting to somebody I think I reacted to once before. And it was when its 50 cal blew up. And that person is Kentucky Ballistics. Today we are reacting to how lethal are backward bullets. Kind of a strange title. I do like firearms. I do possess a firearm. The GunTuber Pepperbox people seem to be doing decent on this channel. And who doesn't like Scott from Kentucky Ballistics? It says previously. I don't know what this means, so I haven't seen it. I don't really watch that much Kentucky Ballistics, shockingly. But let's see how it is. Of course, the new system is page logo here, title down here. Link is always in the description if you want to watch it without me talking. Devastating. Also, I'm very jealous that he has this massive land where he can just dick around on.
2 hours later.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've been in the woods for 3 days. I forgot my tick spray. But it was worth it because that big dummy left the table and it's beautiful, sir. It's unscathed. He even cleaned it. I can't believe it. Listen, I got a family picked out. We're going to rehome it. They got a name picked out. They've been eating their dinner on the floor for the last few years. They're so excited.
Talking about my family?
I'm going to get it out of here, sir.
We do that. We in the living room. Shut
Yes, it's a big win for the Matt organization. I'm going to go home now.
He said the Matt organization. Is he talking about Demo? Demo Matt? There is a rivalry video series between Kentucky and Demolition Ranch. Oh god, the T-Rex. Oh, he has a chair. WrestleMania is this weekend if I have Peacock, whatever that thing is, to stream it for free. I'll watch it.
What the? Ow! Ow! Ow!
I forget the story with the T-Rex here, but still, T-Rex is paying up a big win.
I got you!
T-Rex was paid, okay.
Chad! Oh, what's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching
No, I did not steal this from Scott. I stole that from RBD.
Kentucky Ballistics. And I am very excited about today's video because today we are going to do an experiment that I have been wanting to try for a very long time. Today we're going to...
Also, you know you're big ballin' when you got your own logo tattooed on your forearm.
to see what would happen if a bullet was traveling backwards. Well, not actually backwards, more so if the bullet was flipped upside down and then traveling in its normal direction. Will these upside down bullets be more effective or less effective? Today we're going to find out by firing...
Does he have his own target? This says Kentucky Ballistics T-Rex 3D gel target.
Several different calibers into some ballistic gel. Today I have 3 clear ballistics, 10% ballistic gel blocks, and I have a Kentucky Ballistics 3D T-Rex target. So we're going to start out with a...
It's actually pretty cool. I would rather just have that in the background.
Small caliber and then work our way up to a very large caliber and see what our results are.
Scott, just quick question. What is that thing back left of the video, back right for you guys by the fencing?
I am very excited about this experiment, so now let's get set up and get started. When it comes to clothing, there's one article of clothing that I never leave the house without, and that's my tactical pants. And
I was always going to have a MeUndies thing like the Carlin Brothers, which would have been a nice thing. But let's see what he says.
That's why I'm super excited about today's sponsor, 511. Khaki tactical pants are my absolute favorite. You think someone wants to take a roundhouse kick to the face when I'm wearing these bad
Wasn't around that. That was a sidekick. Get your kick straight.
boys? Forget about it. Not only does 511 make the best tactical pants, but they also make
Scott, that's one big cocky head there.
a lot of other cool stuff. They got t-shirts, shoes, they got fancy button-downs when you got a big date, you know, like at Olive Garden or whatever. Backpacks.
Okay, thank you for salting that thing. It was freaking me out in the background.
They even have plate carriers for body armor. Maybe you play airsoft, or maybe you do that CrossFit stuff. So what I'm saying is, 511 is pretty cool, and they think I'm pretty cool, and they think you're pretty cool, because they are offering you 20% off all.
I'm not sure if this deal's still going on. This video is a year old. Just saying. Grain of salt.
Non-sale items when you use code KB20. This is good until July 11th. You can use it
So no, not good anymore. We're in April of the following year.
on their website when you click my link in the description down below, or you can go to one of their many storefronts. There are over 100 now. I know you all get tired of sponsorships sometimes, but I am very excited about this one.
No, I am not tired of these type of sponsorships because you are getting paid directly. So make your money.
Because I have personally been using their products for almost a decade. So a big thank you to 511 for sponsoring today's video. Be sure and check them out. Go show them some love. Take advantage of that discount code. And now let's get back to the video. Okay, so we're going to start out with some pistol
Oh my god. I wish the T-Rex was a little more detailed. But still.
calibers. I have one 16-inch 10% clear ballistic gel block, and I have one Kentucky Ballistics 20% T-Rex target. The first caliber we're going to use is 9mm. First, we're going to take a shot with
Aw, why not the 22? Is it too small for you?
the bullet facing forward, and then we will take a second shot, but this time the bullet is facing backwards. I'll be firing the first round by hand, and then the second shot, well, I'm going to pull a string. You know, because
Yeah, my man learns.
reasons. I failed to mention this is a 124 grain round, and I'll be using a Canic TP9 SFX.
One thing I like about Kentucky is he always over explains. This is exactly what I'm using. So if anyone's like, oh, he did not use the proper grainage in this bullet, it's like, no, he's going to tell you straight up what he's using.
All right, here we go. Oh!
Oh. Through them both.
Okey-dokey. Looks like that Full Metal Jacket did exactly what it's supposed to do, and that is punch a very long, straight line. So now the question is, what's going to happen when that same 124 grain Full Metal Jacket is traveling backwards? Okay.
Okay, predictions now. Like I said, never seen the video. I think it's going to tumble. Because you figure the bullet is, granted, I have a very small caliber. 22. Right here. It is tipped, so it should break the wind and keep traveling. Being backwards, I think the wind's going to catch the groove of it and spin it.
I've got my vise set up. Apparently, some ants have overtaken it, and now we're loaded up with the
It happens.
backwards 124 grain 9mm. We're gonna put this in the vise. Try not to get consumed with ants. All right, here we go.
Scott, I know you blew yourself up and you're kind of an expert. I know your dad's there with you filming. Can you at least have a barrel, like Brennan did, of water just in front of you, just in case?
Oh,
It got caught. It's in the T-Rex. Look right, I'm not sure if you see my mouse, right above the tail. It's right there.
let's take a look at our block here. Okay, well, still a fairly straight line. but we caught the bullet. So, you can see here that it does look like it caused slightly more damage. I do not think that it ever tumbled because the round is still facing backwards inside the T-Rex.
That's kind of crazy because that was what. This could also be the fact that he's shooting really close, so it might not have enough distance to travel to tumble properly. But
yeah, looks like that round is still perfectly intact. So the backwards 9mm round did not penetrate as deep.
yeah, it's like a foot away. So, but still, it still shows that it lost a lot of power.
But I am going to say it caused a little more damage. Now let's move on to our next caliber. So up next is going to be 45 ACP. We have a 230 grain full metal jacket and then an upside down 230 grain full metal jacket.
You know, as a dyslexic person, I do like things backwards.
And I'll be using this Ivor Johnson Zombie 1911. Here we go.
That was basically the same track that he shot the backwards bullet on. There's a downside of having like only one of those. You should have had one for each bullet, but I bet you those things aren't cheap.
Okay, so we hit right here and we have a nice, clean, straight wound channel traveling completely through our Kentucky Ballistics T-Rex. And now for the upside down 45 ACP. I am actually very excited to see what our results are with this one. It's a big, fat, slow-moving round, so I feel like this one should do more damage. Here we go.
Again, Scott, something protects you.
Whoops! I completely forgot that there is a secondary safety. As you can see, the gun is completely unloaded.
Well, at least it's gonna safe.
Without that secondary safety depressed, the gun is not going to go off. Okie dokie, let's try again. Okay, here we go.
Oh, it looks like it's caught right where the T-Rex knee would be. That's a lot of vibration.
There we go, much better. All right. Even though I know this is empty, we are going to remove it from the vise.
Nothing wrong with oversafe. We did that with the wrestling video. Nothing wrong with oversafe.
Make sure the gun is clear. So we have a nice straight line moving through our gel, but again, it appears the round was losing quite a bit of energy because we caught it again in the T-Rex target. And this time the bullet is now facing forward. There we go. No,
So yeah, it spun in right before it got to the T-Rex.
nothing. Not a thing. No deformation. And I think that's because these rounds are moving pretty slow. I think it's going to take a higher velocity to see these rounds start to deform. This block is just about done, but I have one more pistol I want to use before we move on to rifles. So our last pistol round that we're going to use is a 357 Magnum. This
Oh, the classic 357 Magnum.
is a 125 grain full metal jacket, and then this is a 125 grain full metal jacket backwards. And the gun I'm going to be using is a SAR USA 357 Magnum. It is a 6.5-inch barrel double action revolver.
Oof. Oof.
It is so hot. Ugh.
Boo hoo. I have rain right now. I'm still in a hoodie.
Okay. 357 Magnum.
Listen, look at the burn marks at the start of the gel block. That's crazy.
Here we go. Oh, I was accidentally accurate. I hit pretty much the same hole. I hit right here and created a slightly new wound channel, went straight through, and I think we may have hit the T-Rex slightly as well.
Yeah, but that thing was going to go through and through. We all knew that was going through and through.
That's okay. That's all I need. You can see that the full metal jacket is traveling in a straight path, making a thin wound channel. Now let's see what happens when we use the backwards 357 Magnum. Okay, I have rotated the block. That way we have a fresh spot. I've got it all loaded up. Let's pull this hammer back, and now let's retreat. Okie dokie, here we go. Oh!
Oh, it went through. I saw it It actually got through. I will say this much, and I'm grab mine. Granted, not big gun, small round. As you can see, empty. Nothing there. So, with a revolver, it takes a bit to get the trigger to pull. If the revolver is cocked, almost nothing. So when I was he was like shocked that it went off. But if the hammer's pulled back on the revolver, it is like hair thin. Like, I was surprised it didn't go off once that thing jiggled a little bit.
Well, that actually does look like it did a little more damage. So here's the 357 Magnum wound channel. You can see that it did
No, we can't, Scott. I have this thing on full HD. I cannot see a thing.
cause a little more damage, and then we hit our T-Rex, but we did not catch the round. It looks like it shot out the side right here. The 357 Magnum was moving quite a bit faster, so I think that is why we are seeing an increase in damage when the bullet is backwards. I am very excited now to see what happens when we use some much faster moving bullets. When we move up to... It's one of those days, guys. It's really hot.
Oh, boo-hoo, it's hot. When did you film this? Okay, it's June. Okay, I'm giving a little bit of a pass there. June in Kentucky, it's not probably just hot, but humid as all hell.
Hot, I'm dehydrated.
You might.
Well, the second part's your own damn fault. Stay hydrated.
So the first rifle that we're going to use is a 223. This is a 223 55 grain full metal jacket, and this is the upside down version.
Scott, quick question. Loving your video so far. A, hopefully you're moving back. You're not just shooting from point blank range. B, how did you get backwards bullets? Did you have to call someone like, hey, I got a video idea. I want my ammo backwards. Like, what was the conversation like there?
This is a small, fast-moving round, so I'm very curious to see what happens when it is moving backwards. And the gun I'm going to be using is a Kel-Tec SU-16. There's actually a really cool feature about the SU-16 that I've never showed you before. The forend actually turns into a bipod. Check that out.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
And now I'm going to use it. Actually, I'm
Oh, you're a little too close, Scott. Back up.
not, because I will hit the cinder block. I'm just going to put that back. Okay, here we go.
This is what I meant by he was too close. Look at all that jiggle. Jiggle.
After seeing that, I am really curious to see what happens when that round is moving backwards. So it looks like we hit right here. We caused quite a bit of damage. The round continued on, and then it stopped inside our ballistic gel T-Rex. And on top
They look backwards, too.
of that, it released so much energy into the block that we broke our cinder block. So the entire round did not make it into the T-Rex, but about half of it did. So I have the SU-16
Look how close that is. Back up.
strapped down on a lead sled, and I have it loaded up with the backwards
Like you were at the end of the table. Back up.
round. Let's get our hook in place. Going to remove the safety, and now I am going to scoot back to safety. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he needed a third table. Just to keep a consistent distance.
I think we are going to see a pretty big difference this time, because this round is moving very fast. Here we go. Oh!
I don't think it got to the T-Rex at all. Like, watching that, I don't think it got through to the T-Rex. Down goes T-Rex, though.
Yeah, it's looking like it. Wow, okay, we had like instant expansion that time. So as you can see here, we have 2 wound channels now. Our first one went into the block, started to tumble, and then made it out the...
No, it's not. Look there. It's right above... There. Like, right where the E is in replay.
end of the block. But that time, the backwards round started to break up almost immediately, dumped all of its energy into the block and did not make it out of the block. It definitely looks like it caused a lot more damage. It appears that it acted the same as a jacketed hollow point would. So
Oh. Hollow points are actively designed. Hollow point. So when it pierces through and through, it breaks up. It actually causes more damage to the person being hit with it.
after seeing that, I am very excited about our next caliber. Let's step it up a little bit.
I wish you stayed the same distance for the shot so we can get a consistent reading.
So our next caliber is gonna be 308. This is a 150 grain full metal jacket, and then here it is backwards. The rifle I'm gonna be using is a Ruger American 308 bolt action rifle. I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing in the lead sled for the first shot because I do not have an optic on it, and I'm afraid I'm gonna miss the block entirely. Oh! No! No!
Hopefully they're not bees, Scott. Hopefully, good luck out there.
I hate wasps.
Oh, that's worse. They're asshole bees.
All right, let's get back to safety, shall we? You stay right there. Yeah, you get what you deserve. All right, here we go.
That'd be actually hilarious. He actually somehow shoots the wasps.
Oh, first shot. Oh!
I'm surprised he actually had to back up for that. This was shooting it forward. Look at all that jiggling. It launched the T-Rex. Holy crap.
Boy, that 308 hits hard. That wasp is still over here. I bet he is not too happy. Hey, no! Anyways, let's take a look at our block here.
Is it the block he's attracted to?
Woo! All right, the 308 melted the face of that block. Well, we got a pretty good wound channel here. Starts right here. You can see quite a bit of damage, but it continued through the block pretty straight.
Yeah, that's really straight.
The absolute poop out of our T-Rex. And I believe that round, yep, the round is inside him.
Wow, I did not think the round would stop in the T-Rex. I figured it was just going to keep going, but damn.
T-Rex is pretty tough. Yep, there it is. And it is all flattened out. I tell you what, I'm going to go this way. All right, backwards 308. Let's get it loaded up. Okay, I'm excited to see this data.
Hey, yeah, so scientific. But I'm excited to see it too. Send it!
Oh!
Look at all the smoke. Like, did that come out of the gel
This
block?
data. Oh!
Okay, so there's the initial blast. Yeah, it blew, oh my god, it blew the top off the gel block. And there's the T-Rex again.
Has a lot more smoke. Ah. So there is where we hit, and my goodness, you can see there's quite a difference. Look at that wound channel. That
Flip it over, Scott. There's a giant cut in it.
is a ton of damage. It appears that that 308 full metal jacket backwards acted as a soft point. And then here you see a piece in the T-Rex, and it's actually facing forward now. Oh, this is really cool. Oh my goodness. Check this out. 308 backwards looks just like an expanded soft point.
I don't know what a soft point is, but it looks like a little musket ball, in my opinion.
That is pretty wicked. That is absolutely awesome. This is exactly what I was hoping to see today. The full metal jacket backwards expanded and acted as a soft point. Really cool results. And now I'm even more excited for our last rifle. There is one.
Oh dear God! You going big boy? Are you gonna do it?
One more thing that I want to mention real quick. When doing this test, I figured we would probably have a pressure spike. And that's exactly why I've been pulling a string. And on this 308,
Yeah, no. I figured just in case it goes catastrophic and the gun exploded, you didn't want at round 2.
case, it is indicating that we are having pressure spikes. The primer of this 308 case is starting to bulge out of the case, and the primer strike is kind of flattened out. So the last rifle we're going to be using for today's video is one that I know quite well, the 50 BMG.
Scott, question again. The conversation you made to get these right rounds. I want to hear that conversation.
This is a 650 grain, 50 BMG full metal jacket, and here is the backwards version. And naturally, if we're going to be firing some sort of sketchy 50 BMG, I believe it's appropriate to use the Serbu RN50. So,
and he has all. Why wasn't this not your setup from the beginning? At least that way you would have caught the bullets in the wall.
first, we're going to use the full metal jacket. I have 3 blocks of ballistic gel, 2 of which we have already used. One is fresh, and then we have the Kentucky Ballistics T-Rex in the very front. So now,
Oh, that poor T-Rex.
let's get this thing loaded up with the full metal jacket for our test fire. Good, unscrew this here.
Sure.
Of course, you get an ad right when we get to the really good part.
All right, first shot.
Thank you. It's about time you got behind something big and metal.
Here we go.
Also, why are you doing with the first shot? But still, I'm happy you're behind something big and metal. Well, T-Rex went. That block 3, all the center blocks are destroyed. Gel block 3 is just chucked out of existence.
Ooh, that is so loud. It's kind of hard to believe that, that explosion happened in my face one time.
That explosion was less than what happened in your face that one time.
Okay, well, I should have brought extra cinder blocks today because they're all destroyed. Let's have a look at our T-Rex. He got hit in the legs, and that tore him up pretty good. Here is our first block, our new ballistic gel block. There is our entrance hole, and as you can see, we had a pretty straight line.
That's
To be honest,
a really straight
I
line.
don't know which one this is or how it was setting. And then the third block is behind.
So that's block. That's your last block right there, Scott. That is the last one. So, because number 3 in line got shocked over.
Behind the berm somewhere. Oh! Okay,
Yeah, that was block 3 in the lineup.
that went pretty far. Ow! Oof. So it appears that this round started to tumble at some point because we got us a pretty big gash in our gel block. That
Scott, I hate to break to you, but that happened earlier. Sorry.
is just gnarly. Okay,
That happened with the backwards previous one.
I have all the blocks set back up. We have the newest one up front, and then the 2 used ones at the back, and then the
He also finally wrote on them. Smart.
T-Rex. I have labeled them also 1, 2, 3, and I've labeled the front and the back, so we should not have any confusion this time. Now,
See, I got the benefit of watching it and seeing where it was when it got shocked, so.
all that's left to do is to load up the backwards 50 BMG. Not gonna lie, this round makes my neck itch just a little bit.
Yeah, it makes my neck itch a little bit too.
Let's get this thing loaded up, shall we? Whoa, that was a stout round. Okay.
Right here, he sounds like he has a genuine, like, what the fuck am I doing? I know Scott doesn't curse, and I apologize for cursing during this video, Scott, but yeah.
Get our hook in here. All right, hammer back.
Run. We knew that was coming.
Okay, definitely gonna duck down for this one. And do me a favor, if you're enjoying this content and you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, I thought I was subscribed. Never mind. Sorry, Scott. I thought I was subscribed. I just did it live on my reaction.
All right, here we go. Whoop, too much strength. Oh!
Christ. Okay, here we go. Slow-mo. Okay, so Oh, look at the smoke all the way down to block 3. Which one gets shocked? Block 1 is the first one here. Oh, shit. Right here. Right above the T-Rex. Look right above the T-Rex. That's the bullet. The T-Rex survived. So this time, 1 got launched farther than 2.
Oh, okay. Well, it appears to me that I broke another RN50. Oops. If you look.
I think they're so happy you keep breaking them. Because then they keep saying, like, alright, what happened? Someone broke an Cerebral RM50? Oh, crap. Who was it? Scott. Was he behind it? No. Okay. What did he do? Let's figure this out.
Look right here. You see the whole stock done fell off. So my scientific hypothesis for this is that that round was definitely overpressured. Broke
It doesn't look...
the buffer tube clean off. Sorry,
But everything else looks intact, so I think there's just high vibrations that broke that.
Mark. All right, let's check out this gel. This is block 2. This is block
3.
3. I guess block 1 went for a ride. Go. Oh.
Yep, we found block 1.
Oh yeah, we can already see it's quite a bit more damage.
Also, it's black.
That was like instant. Look at how black that is too.
Yeah, no, that's just straight gunpowder then.
That is nuts. So that is a much bigger wound channel than the first shot, block 2. I'm not really sure. That's all pretty foggy. Oh, wow. We caught it. Or
Oh, I thought it got launched out of it.
at least some of the jacket. Here's block number 3. This is the front, this is the back. And you can see right there is the round. If I had to guess though, it is probably just the
Cut away from yourself, Scott. That's...
jacket.
No,
Yeah.
that's
just the jacket. What about the old T-Rex here? We got
that T-Rex
anything in
is
him?
fine.
Nope. Does not look like it. But boy, he sure has been beat up today, hasn't he? So I've been looking through this gel for quite a while now, and I have not been able to find the steel core that goes with this.
I saw it. It got launched into the stratosphere. It hit 3 and went straight up. Barely missing your T-Rex.
Jacket. But we were able to recover the jacket. Maybe the steel core creeped out the back of that third block. But
That's what I called it. Right where the smoke is.
to recover the jacket,
See, watch.
maybe the steel core creeped out.
Right. Oh, I paused it right as it exit. Now watch. I'm gonna hit play. You'll see a smoke. That's where the jacket came from. Right there. Right above the T-Rex.
Back of that third block, but I am not able to find it. But regardless, we know that the backwards 50 BMG was creating a lot more damage to that gel, and I believe more pressure or more recoil because we broke the gun. You hear that? It's my mother-in-law. Good thing she don't watch
Oh, God.
the videos. So in conclusion, I'm gonna say that backwards bullets definitely do a lot more damage, but they also have quite a bit of potential to do damage to your firearm. There's definitely
And if there's damage to your firearm, there's potential damage to you.
a reason that they are facing the other direction. But what did you think about today's test?
What are you doing, Scott?
Let me know in the comment section down below. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, do me a big favor and give it a like. And if you're not subscribed to Kentucky Politics, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, do it. I thought I was subscribed. I must have might have been unsubscribed by accident, but
Also be sure and check me out on Kentucky Customs. Kentucky Ballistic Shorts, Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all those can be found in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt.
The only one I'll have down there is his merch shop.
And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics, and I'll see you next time.
This is why. It's entertaining all the less, but why? One, if whoever that truck company is that he's driving needs to get him a sponsor, because this is great advertisement for its towing power.
This is a masterpiece. I'm not gonna lie, this is just absolute art. I bet one table it just would have ripped clean in half.
God, is there anything else? Nope, just run through the thanks to his supporters. Oh, that was highly entertaining. Like, so I never thought about, like, oh, what if I did this shot around backwards? It never crossed my mind. Of course, when you get to be a gun tuber of his level, you start going like, all right, what else can I do? So, of course, let's just flip the round backwards. But that is it. Go check out Kentucky Ballistics. Subscribe if you're not. Like, I didn't realize I was. And if you have a suggestion for other reactions, let me know in the comment section. I need more suggestions. I need more ideas. But that's it. That's all I have. I'll see you weird people later.